bill for an act to recognize and protect human rights defenders and enhance the capacity of the government of Nigeria to protect human rights defenders and for related matters, HB 1867, be read the second time. I so move, Mr. Speaker. The rights and protection of those who dedicate their lives to defending the fundamental freedom of all citizens. The significance of human rights defenders cannot be overstated. They are at the forefront of the struggle against injustice, holding the government and private entities accountable, advocating for the marginalized, and ensuring that the principles enshrined in our Constitution and international agreements are upheld. However, despite their noble effort, many human rights defenders in Nigeria face harassment, intimidation, violence, simply for standing up for justice and equality. Mr. Speaker, unfortunately...
Kabesi, be careful. Be careful, Kabesi.
Unfortunately, many of these brave...
No, it's Kabesi. I don't know of the order. You should be the one to be careful.
Right, Honorable Speaker, unfortunately, many of these brave individuals face threats, harassment, violence, and even death. The bill seeks to ensure that Nigeria upholds its duty to protect these defenders and foster an environment where they can work safely. This bill, honorable members, aims to provide a comprehensive legal framework to recognize and protect human rights defenders. It guarantees their rights to work without fear, to access information, to form organizations, to receive funding, and to communicate freely with both national and international human rights bodies. Furthermore, Mr. Speaker, it ensures that no person shall be subjected to intimidation, reprisal, defamation, or any form of discrimination because of their human rights activities. Honorable members, Mr. Speaker, the bill aligns with international human rights standards and underscores Nigeria's commitment to protection of fundamental freedoms.
You're not doing your job well.
Some of the objectives of this bill: 1, to uphold that the rights of freedom are effectively protected and upheld, to protect unhindered access to places, information, and resources necessary for human rights work, to criminalize acts of intimidation and retaliation against human rights defenders, to mandate public authorities to provide access to human rights related information. Honorable members, another objective of the bill is to establish a dedicated mechanism for the protection of human rights defenders through the National Human Rights Commission. And we have some of the key provisions of the bill: recognition and protection of human rights defenders, rights of human rights defenders. Mr. Speaker, obligations of the state and non-state actors of this bill: 1 is the state take measures to ensure the safety and security of human rights defenders, and the non-state actors do not engage in acts of intimidation, violence, or discrimination against human rights defenders. Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, the passage of this bill is not only a legal necessity, but also a moral obligation. By enacting this law, Nigeria will join the ranks of progressive nations that value and protect human rights defenders, enhance Nigeria's credibility on the global stage as a nation that values and upholds human rights, and send a strong message that Nigeria stands firm in upholding human dignity, democracy, and the rule of law. I therefore urge my respected colleagues to support this bill, ensuring that those who defend our rights are themselves protected.
Peter Makinde. I represent the good people of Ondo East, West Federal Constituency. I am from Ondo State and I am an APC man. The National Human Rights Protection Bill, of course, had just passed the second reading, and it's all about the human rights defenders. This bill seeks to ensure that Nigeria upholds its duty to protect the lives of those who have been protecting us as far as defending our right is concerned. So, and also that our country and our law should also foster an environment at which all these human rights defenders can work. Of course, as you know, civil society organizations and several other human rights defenders, they have gone through a lot of intimidations, they've gone through a lot of harassment. You've seen them here and there, they are not well recognized. And of course, in terms of funding as well, there's no adequate law that gives them that right to continue to do what they're doing. So this human right defenders bill, it's apt, it's the right time, and of course, I want to appreciate all the members from all the 6 geopolitical zones, at least for supporting this bill today on the floor of the House. Of course, that will also connect us to whatever standard that it is out there at the international level. Of course, we've been faced with a lot of challenges. We've seen so many violations in Nigeria as far as human rights is concerned, but we really need to give powers and strength to those defenders. Give them the power, give them the strength, let them be well recognized anywhere that they are, that the law backs them up. And so that's why I take it upon myself and the co-sponsor of the bill, also Mudashiru Lukman from Osun State, to propose this bill. And I appreciate my members and the leadership of the House for the passage of this bill for the second time. Of course, we have we oversight the National Human Rights Commission, and our job is to also strengthen them. We've seen a lot of violations. They have a lot of cases, thousands of cases that are yet to be attended to. So then I realized that there is need for us to collaborate, partner with these CSOs, these human rights defenders. If they don't take up these cases and make these cases to be meaningful to our people, how will even our committee be able to attend to it? So we've been able to oversight NHRC. We've been there, checked their books. Of course, they are not well funded, the NHRC, but hey, they are trying their best to ensure that they live up to standard. I'll give an example of a gentleman that was sentenced by the Supreme Court just a few days ago, Samuel Jackson. And we are now in the process of seeing how we can talk to the governor of Adamawa, because of course now they have sentenced the gentleman to hanging. And if you look at the case, it's a human rights issue. And of course, we respect the apex court. However, the clemency is what we are really looking after, to see how we can talk to the governor of Adamawa to be able to, as a committee, to be able to just grant this guy grant him something that to make him to leave. And of course, we are also coming up, as far as part of our oversight, to amend our criminal and penal code. We've seen situations where a little issue in one state will just result into death penalty for no reason whatsoever. I mean, you still just a broom, or you still just a small minor issue, and then they sentence you to death. So, and also, we also will look at those who are mentally challenged. If they ended up in anything that has to do with criminal situation, we have to consider their impairment. So that is part of what we've been able to discuss with the Commission as part of our oversight, to see how we can amend the penal and the criminal code so that we can abolish death penalty. So we are in the process. The Deputy Speaker, of course, had done his part by trying to amend the Constitution. However, my job now is to amend the penal and the criminal code. That way, the federal courts, judges can have that discretion to know exactly what to do as far as those minor cases are concerned and not have to sentence them to death. So we want to not totally abolish that death penalty, but at least to reduce it to a minimum.